All right, welcome back to our channel, Princess It. Today is the 27th of June 2025. I want you to pay attention to this submission, and thereafter, please note that thereafter, I'm going to really pass a very vital message, which is very, very vital for you to take cognizance of. Is going to really going to be of a lift and a blessing for you. So don't just listen to this first aspect and don't listen to the addendum that is coming thereafter. So ensure that you listen to all of the details to the end so that you can get the full gist coming up in this submission. As we expect our disbursement in no time, we would also be safe and secure that God will not allow us to fall cheaply into the hands of wrong individuals. All right, pay attention to this.
Many have been calling me, many have been asking some of the questions. I want to use this voice note to address some of the issue. First, I want to reaffirm the certainty of disbursement, that surely the grants is going to disburse and they are working, and I can say we're still on track, and I will give them 80% so far. So there is no need of anxieties, there's no need of worries. Please make sure you subscribe, make sure you invite your friends and family, those who does not know about it, let them come in. We have a different packages, and we have few days to go by July. So many things will be more clear for you to see and to hear. I also want to use the opportunity to tell those that belong to different group and different NGOs, please tell your leaders to take advantage of this. The NGO owners, the president, the chairman, whosoever they are, let them come into this. It's very simple. Let's agree that other grant to the house money, but it's a plus for you. If this maybe first disperse, it's a plus for you. When that one disperse, it will still get take it. Money does not contain, or should I say, enough. So please talk to your leaders, explain to them, show them some certain things that they needed to see or know about it. One of the things that is paramount in this grant is that it is visible for you to see. It's not a grant that they will tell you, look at where is it, look at this, look at that, but it's here. It's here. You can check it internet anytime, anywhere, at any hours. You can see it. So talk to your group admins, talk to your NGOs owners. Let them use the opportunity. They can use their NGO name and just add multipurpose at the end of it. Do you understand? And they will be disbursed under solo, or it's not too late. They can go ahead and register cooperative in their various states. I think in range of 25 to 30. They will get the cooperative register. They will subscribe and bring the members under his or her cooperative using the member of those NGOs, and those people will be disbursed accordingly. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to look into this, and it will help them. If these grants is first disbursed finally, at least the anxiety, the worry, the way people are looking at them, it will give them a relief. One of my joy is also to make sure this grant is disbursed, because I want my followers to also relieve from the shackles of poverty Those that still need more, they will still need more to do what they want to do it. Because I know a lot of all are invested in grant and nothing is to write home about. Many of you are skeptical about it. Yes, I understand, because putting money in different programs and no result. It is, if you are not stupid, you also think about it. But one thing I want to know, life is all about risk. You sleeping and waking is a risk, because many people go to bed and could not wake up. You waking up, traveling from one state to another or from one destination to another is a risk. So all life is all about risk. So I will advise you to take the risk, and I believe you will not regret it. Thank you and good morning.
Now, thank you. Well, thank you for that submission. But the alarming truth about the ongoing NGO registrations and the slot sales, which I want to sound as a caution for all. I believe that in desperate times, hope becomes both a treasure and also a dangerous bait. Across Nigeria today, countless individuals, families, communities are clinging to the promise of grants and some intervention funds disbursement that is tied to non-governmental organizations, the NGOs. And this environment has unfortunately created some fertile ground for both genuine helpers and exploitative opportunists also. And amidst this tense atmosphere, a troubling trend continues. That is the registration of new NGOs and the sale of slots to the eager but vulnerable individuals, all in the name of accessing the promised funds. But here's the uncomfortable question that everyone needs to basically reflect on. How safe, how realistic, and how beneficial is it to the registering NGOs or purchasing slots at this critical stage, especially when the ecosystem is already saturated and the disbursement clock appears to be ticking very fast? Now, I'm going to break it down in pieces with a sincere, balanced, and also brutally honest perspective, because the stakes are too high to gamble with half truths. Now, there is the risk of dangers and the realities that you must know. First, let's state the obvious. Registering NGOs or buying into slot opportunities now at this stage of the process carries some immense risks, uncertainties, and also some potential heartaches. And the reason is because, first, there is the saturation of the system. A lot of NGOs have been accredited. Some of them have been enlisted and documented over the months, and some even years ago. And most major foundations, both local and otherwise, are working through these NGOs. They often close their intake or accreditation process long before the final phases of disbursement. So every other one coming is just like Jara. You'll be in expectation. Your money has been collected. So, and that will be the Jara. It will be the Jara for them. Now, there is the some. Okay, I beg your pardon. Just 1 minute. I'll just get to be with you in a moment. All right, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. And as I was saying, that simply means that your registrations, it means that the late registrations could simply be futile, and your NGOs may just exist on paper, but it's going to hold no weight in the ground ecosystem. Now, buying into slots at this point could be akin to you purchasing access to a room after the doors have already been locked from the inside. Yes. Now, secondly, there is the increased scam activities. Let us not sugarcoat this. The desperation that is surrounding expected grant as this our expected long expected grant has actually unleashed a wave of opportunists and fraudsters that have bedeviled this ecosystem. There are countless unverified agents and syndicates who are peddling premium slots for everyone, special packages, some express NGO approvals that are promising you immediate fund access. Now, some of these individuals, they will cleverly brand themselves as insiders who are privileged connections to high-ranking coordinators or government parastatals. And the reality is that a lot of victims have lost their hard-earned money. And now they are chasing these phantom offers without being verified. There's no documented evidence of endorsement from established, recognized grant bodies or coalition leadership. Any slot purchased from them becomes a risky gamble because I've brought a lot of them on this platform at different times. Yes, very important. Now, there is the misinformation and unrealistic expectations. And this is one most painful observation in this space. It is how easily misinformation spreads. Some coordinators promise their slot buyers immediate fund access to the float, to the slot that they buy. They promise them some direct transfer benefits and they promise them priority listings. They're going to enlist their names in the register or the schemes, which the only thing they know at the time is to collect their funds. Their names are never enlisted. The list is even saturated. It's just the fund they needed from you. And you are hoping on. But that's a false hope on the line. It's a false hope. This is risky investment slots. And this definitely ends in bitter disappointments. Remember that there is no genuine grant that operates on a pay-to-play basis at the final stages. Once it gets to the final stage, your money is almost like a benefit to the slot sellers. But could this still work? Let us balance this entire submission. Could this still work? There is the slim possibility. The risk is enormous. Fairness demands that we should also explore why, under very, very rare and specific conditions, late NGO registration or slot purchases might still yield some positive results. That is under some special category programs. Some humanitarian platforms, NGOs, reserve provisions for specific marginalized persons, or which the emerging NGOs or the community-driven organizations who are responding to urgent and localized needs of the people. Now, if such opportunities still exist within a particular grant initiative, yes, credible coordinators could help to facilitate some genuine late registrations or slot that is inclusive of whether when they register late or earlier could still be admitted. It appears with some specific humanitarian platforms, some NGOs, but sometimes this could be very rare and thoroughly dependent on transparency and documented approvals, also with government alignment and official publications. In case you are not sure and certain of all of this, it is very risky to partner with them, else you become a jara. Now, also, in limited scenarios, there are some large umbrella NGOs or coalitions that may seek some credible sub-partners or field operatives who are known to widen the outreach, especially if they are mandated to cover some undeserved regions. And in such cases, onboarding new NGOs may still be part of expansion efforts, which you could be privileged to enter there. However, any genuine offer along these lines will be backed by clear communication from the verified sources and not through backdoor agents or suspicious intermediaries like we see floating around these days. Now, there is also occasional grant giving bodies that are going to be publishing the um, last minute open calls for individuals, NGOs, or stakeholders to join ongoing programs, like particularly where target coverage some metrics or some numbers that have yet to be completed. Still, this is going to happen through official platforms. Yes, and recognize grand ecosystem channels, not just individuals that are flaunting themselves around as slot sellers, not random WhatsApp groups, not random Telegram platforms, not ESA, not unverified agents like we see. So, what should you do right now? There are practical recommendations in this critical moment where wisdom, patience, and discernment are very much of essence and paramount. You need to stay safe. You are expected to vet all offers. Never engage in any NGO registrations or slot purchases without documented, verified proof from recognized platforms or trusted grant coalition sources. Very important. Ensure that you consult recognized leaders, engaged directly with the known personality, engage directly with respected coordinators, with cluster heads or NGO associations with long-standing credibility in this ecosystem, not just any random persons. In other words, guard your desperation clearly. Desperation always clouds judgment. So be wary, be very wary of pressure. What is pressuring you to make hasty financial commitments under the guise of urgent slot is coming or limited time offers? If you don't do it now, it's going to close up. I beg your pardon. You got to focus on due diligence. You have to study the structure. You have to study the history, the credibility of any NGOs or grant platform before associating your resources or your reputation with them. Very important. Now, on the final thought, we are living through economically challenging times. This promise of the grant and fund disbursement is representing the hope for millions. But even hope, when it is mixed with ignorance or desperation, can be very exploitative. If you have confidence in a particular NGO registration or slot opportunity, ensure that confidence is rooted in the facts of it. There is transparency, there is clear documentation, not empty promises or unverified claims by such NGO or slot sellers. The fund assistance many are anticipating is not a one size fits all operation. So be wise. And above all, don't you fall prey to emotional manipulations or opportunistic traps that are disguising themselves as opportunities. Your vigilance today could save you from a regret of tomorrow. Take careful consideration of all of these things. God will help us that we will not run this race in vain. We will not expect our funds in vain. All of us will get to our threshold where every benefit that is supposed to be meted out to us are reaching us in time without delay. Thank you very much, and do have a very blissful Friday ahead of you. God bless you. Subscribe to our channel in case you are new and hit the bell for onward notification. And bye for now.